Oh, boom. What I was going to say, I was stoked you got him right into this. Like, it was like you just kind of went for it. You told him what you wanted to do and then go for that. And then just keep an eye out for people who are struggling, you know, like this girl in the front left here, you know, in the blue. She's falling down, and give her the tip of like, hey, control that a little bit more, go a little slower, things like that. Still in this very beginning part, see if there's things that you can start to correct. Start building those touches now.
Keep your heels on the box. 8 reps each side. Good job, Di.
Nice. You're looking now. See?
Hey.
See it? Mm-hmm. Another thing too is like a thing to note is like there's going to be a difference between a squishy box and a hard box. Yeah. So if you're looking to take your class to the next level, just be like, all right, just note you're welcome to go on the squishy box. It might be a little bit less stable, but if you're feeling a little uncomfortable, hop onto the hard box over here. Just know those things ahead of time so you can really nail it.
Side for your side, okay? And now push your knees out, stay.
Okay. So this is where you need to start being specific. So I want you to be looking around and seeing if you need someone specifically to push their knees out. So if we were looking around the group, like this girl in blue, does she need to push her knees out?
Yep.
Maybe. I don't know. She looks okay. The girl next to her, I don't really know. I can't see from here. The girl in black, not so much. This girl in black, not so much. This other girl in black, ooh, she needs it. So this girl in black needs to push her knees out a bit harder. So it would be Mary, drive your knees out a bit more. And then the girl next to her, the girl with pink shoes on, who's on the other side of the boxes, who's just to your right. Mm-hmm. Ooh, Phyllis, drive your knees out a little bit harder. Make it specific to them because you gave the general cue. But if you see this fault, let's correct it. Let's see if you do that.
There, keep your heels on the ground and up. Same thing, heels down, knees out, down. Stay there and up. Next rep.
You didn't get him.
Yeah.
Why didn't you get him, Allison?
This
is good. This is perfect. Because, like, you know what's great is all of the setup up to this point in time was perfect. Even the teaching was perfect. You set it all up. You even said, I want you all focusing on the knees, right? So then where does your eye have to go?
Yeah.
It's got to go to the knees, right? It's got to go to the knees because you just told them that. So then you go, boom, drop to the bottom. Everyone look around. Oh, those knees need to be out more. Those knees need to be out more. Those knees need, and you just tell them. Like, it's as simple as that. With the setup that you have, you just now need to follow through on the next step of like, hey, push your knees out.
I see.
And think about your trunk. Make the person tell the person to push their knee out, not everyone.
The name.
Don't lean forward. Keep your chest nice and tall. And down. Stay there. Heels on the ground. Knees out. Chest up. And stand up.
Okay, so you're saying big general cues, knees out, chest up. They're all right, but who specifically needs to try harder? And I want you to find that person, and I want you to tell them specifically, chest up more, Jimothy or Phyllis.
And down. Chest up, chest up.
Yeah, like that.
Yes, I like it. Whoa, stand up.
But those are it. Like that the difference between that single interaction where she tried a bit harder and fell over, that's the speed wobbles. We want that. We want that for every person in class, every opportunity we get.
Warm up. You can share the bar, but right now, everybody with one barbell.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. So guys, first thing, we're going to place the barbell on your back, 10 reps. Elbows as up as possible, 1, 2, and relax. 1, 2, and relax. 10 reps. Let's go. On your back, yes. Yeah, you can face me here. Face me, yeah. And it's okay.
Yeah, that's hard because they all...
Both elbows, punch your elbows.
Now you can't see any of them. They can't see you. So they're like, I think I'm doing it right.
4.
Is what it is.
2 seconds.
Especially if they're not going to... I think you're probably going to teach them how to unrack it, right?
Yeah.
Which is why you took it out of a rack. Because if you weren't taking it out of a rack and you just wanted them to move through some of the warm-up stuff with a bar, I might have just done this in the class setting. Everybody go grab a barbell real quick, put it on the floor and face me. So they're all facing you. All right, pick it up, put it on your back. Cool, we're going to do some elbow stuff. Cool, bring it to the front. Now we're going to do some front squats. You do some front squats. We'll do 4. All right, now every other person put their bar away, pair up, find a rack. We're going to build up our other one. Just that way you have better vision on all of them and they don't have to find a rack. and it'll work for a bigger class too.
Easier. Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
3, 2, 1. Jump.
Man, you got to
Sit
teach
on the
kids
box.
to-
Heels on the ground. Jump 4 times. Okay.
Well,
You can.
and so here's the thing too. Jumping is a uniquely explosive thing. And it's not easy on a lot of people's knees and ankles, right? And you've got a lot of older women here. So what would be the scale?
So I did the kettlebell swing for the red shirt, just thinking about hip extension, and I was I'm probably switch for everybody on that day for kettlebell swing.
Yeah, and you could even but what if you wanted something a little bit like, okay, you don't want them to go get another piece of gear. They could sit on a box and they could plant their heels, stand up and squeeze really fast. So it could be just like almost like without leaving the ground. Be like, hey, we're going to do an explosive jump off the box if you can. If you can't, here's where we're all going to start. We're going to do a standing butt squeeze. Boom. Okay, cool. Go from totally relaxed, stand and squeeze. We're learning to stand up aggressively and recruit a lot. Same sort of deal, but I want you to do that. Now, if you feel comfortable, we're now going to go into the jump. Ready? Boom. And then be like, Mary, I think you can actually jump. Oh, okay. And I'll try it for you there, Alison. And then you go for it. So figuring out a way to pull it back to where everyone can kind of do it, and then progressing to a place where some will go and some won't. And then you helping guide the person that should go and the person that shouldn't go, I think will be good, especially with something like this. Like a box, like an explosive jump is not for everyone.
No, it's hard.
But we do want everyone to eventually get there somehow. So how can we get them something close to it? So just being a little bit more progressive with that, and then really prescriptive with, hey, you do this, you do this, you do this, go. I think we'll
Keep your squat stance here. Put the dumbbell in the middle of your body. So we're gonna do just the deadlift. Okay, so keep your chest nice and tall. 5 reps, right side. When you finish, 5 reps, left side. Go, 5, 5.
Cool. So now you've just taught those 2 things. The main thing your eyes are going to do is look at stances, straight arms, and flat backs, making sure those all look good, right? So let's look around.
When you go down, chest up, look forward. Push your hips a little bit down.
Yeah, you got her. That's
hips
right.
Back and down.
You tilted.
You don't need to squat. Just keep your chest up.
Nice. Good. This is exactly what we wanted. This is what you didn't do earlier. This is good.
Touch the floor. Touch the floor. Down. Keep your chest nice and tall. Yeah, jump earlier. So jump. Yes. Yeah. Stop. Extend your elbow. Stand up. Then you back the elbow. Okay. Oh, yeah. You saw the difference. So
fundamentally, she's thinking the wrong things.
Yeah.
She's thinking pull, jump.
Yeah.
Instead of jump, pull. So you said jump earlier, which is not wrong, because if she jumped earlier, her arm would be longer, right? Yeah. But what she needs to do is,
jump
she needed
before you use the arms.
Exactly, which would require her to think about straightening the arm, which is actually super counterintuitive to most normal people. Most normal people just want to like bend it and push it overhead. And you're saying, no, keep it straight and let your hips do all the work. So you'd have to get her out of her own.
In a lighter dumbbell, you don't need to do the rebend here. Okay. Go for this position. When you have a heavier dumbbell, then you need more.
I just think you diagnosed slightly the wrong thing. You saw that it was weird, and you were like, jump earlier, But this is a great class, and it's clear you've coached a lot in your life. And even with like a language barrier, like I didn't really feel like the language barrier was much of an issue, other than occasionally you didn't quite understand a question. Like that was really it. Coaching in its rawest form is super simple. As you know, it's just like go a little deeper, push your knees out, lift your chest up. Like as long as you know those words, you're good to go. Mm-hmm. I'm super impressed with your ability to build rapport with people. Like these people all clearly trust you and they care about you, even though you don't speak their language as well. Like cool, great. In addition to that, I think that your flow was on point. Like you had a really good lesson plan where you started and you're like, I'm going to execute all these things along the way to where by the end of it, you're all in the right places and you can nail this kind of timeline. That's impressive given the amount of shit you had to coach in class. There's a lot going on there. The main things that I'd like you to take away are just like, one is the thing about just making sure whatever you're offering people, they know that there's something doable for them. And that would be more appropriate for them. And then you challenge them to do more if it's appropriate. So in the case of like the explosive jump off the box and box jumps and things like that, just set it up ahead of time to where you're like, okay, if someone shows up who cannot jump, what do I do? You know, or if someone shows up, more importantly, that's not appropriate for them to jump, not they cannot jump, but it's inappropriate due to their physical capacity or their weight or their knee or whatever it is. What do I do? And then build that into your style of like, all right, we're going to start here with just a stand butt squeeze. This will be where we stay if for some reason jumping is either scary for you or potentially injurious for you, you know, like whatever it is. So building that kind of, it's like a safety buffer into your sessions is what I'm going to recommend. In addition to that, just be on your progressions, just coach sooner. Like the little things of like, look for knees out, like tell them knees out. Like you started doing this as soon as the class went on. So this isn't really much of a suggestion. Like I don't have that much for you because I think you ran a really great class, but I think you could coach those things a little bit more, be a little bit tighter with your eye, ask for a little bit more range of motion, and then come dynamic fault time, because there hasn't been dynamic faults, be on top of people's shit. Like really be looking for dynamic faults and get after those dynamic faults. I thought it was great, man. I think you did a good class.
Nice.
I'm assuming it'd be even better in Portuguese, but this is great.
Yeah, probably.
Thank you for watching, and if you found that helpful and you want more of this kind of content, we have literally hundreds of videos just like this, from practical tips and tricks to theory to everything in between, all in the knowledge. And if you want to learn from me directly and our cohort of level 4 staff members, then we also have the Knowledge Pro, which we do weekly calls and live interaction and homework and everything else in between. If you want any more information or would like to have a free trial of the knowledge, please click the link in the description below and get after it.